Alright guys, what's up? Got a story time here. So as you can see, there's some nail clippings on the floor. I'm trying to clip old buddy's nails. Now, just a backstory on Cot. He never really has to get his nails shaved because yes, they look long, but in actuality when he stands up they barely ever touch the floor. So his nails grow really long, but they never touch the floor, right? Now we got like two nails, three nails that I can actually see touching the floor. His backs, I cut those, but they're not even close to touching the floor. Now, I always used to play with his feet, even as a pup. He's never been like a problem with me just playing with his feet. Stepping on his feet was an issue, but playing with his feet was never an issue. Now, when I try to clip him, he did break his dewclaw like couple of months ago. He actually broke his dewclaw. Now I don't know if he'll let me show y'all or not, but you got one dewclaw that looks like a normal size dewclaw, and then you got this little baby. You can see how skinny it is compared to. He actually broke that dewclaw all the way, basically to the knuckle, and I had to go in and I had to basically, it was split like this. So I had to go in and just catch it at the tip of that split. So I end up clamping it and cutting it off, which now he already didn't like the nail clippers in the Dremel, but now he really doesn't like the nail clippers in the Dremel. So I've already shaved some of his, obviously there's some clippings here. I've clipped these nails, and as you can see, just take a look at his body language. He's extremely anxious, right? So what I did to even get the backs is I didn't even touch him. I just cut him from the floor. So he was standing up or sitting down, and I just cut him without even touching him. I was just grabbing the clippers. Now, if I try to go cut him, he's extremely anxious, and you can see, now you can't really tell right now, but he is shaking, right? And he's drooling. He's extremely anxious, and he keeps walking away from me. So he's really trying to take himself out of the situation. He's really scared about this. Now, could it have been, he was never like this before he broke his dewclaw? So could it have been a thing where it's because he broke his dewclaw and now he doesn't like to get it cut? No, it could be. And it could be just that his body language is starting to change. He don't want people to clip his nails because maybe he's not used to it anymore. And we never really had to clip his nails. Like I said, I would bring him to the vet and they'll be like, oh, his nails are sharp. They're like not touching the floor. But when you look at his nails, they look long as hell, right? But when he stands up, you only have about one touching the floor, right? On this paw, and then you have two on this part that's actually touching the floor. So the goal is to keep him off of the ground, right? So, and both him and Bird has very long wicks. They always have had long wicks. They both have always had long wicks, right? So you can see him, his body language, he's super exhausted because it's like, I only was clipping him for about 5 minutes, but you can see he's super drained right now, right? Super anxious. And he's actually backing himself up into his bathroom because he wants to escape me. He knows I don't like to come. Now, he doesn't drool. He's only dripping because he's super anxious. So you have to pay attention to what your dogs are telling you at some points of time. And I'm gonna give him a break, right? So like, let's just see if he'll let me do anything here. So like I said, I'm not gonna touch him. I'm just go to the floor and try to grab one. So nope. So he don't like it. He turning away, licking his lips. He's super quiet. To me, he's very anxious and pissed off right now. So, and when I try to explain to people, this is the vocal man. So everybody knows him as he's the super vocal rah-rah. He's very expressive and emotional. He's very quiet right now. He's walking away from me. That's telling me he's pissed the fuck off. You might want to leave him alone, let him rest, let him recuperate, give him an hour, and then I'll come back to trying to clip those 3 nails. So I'm just clip as needed. Now, again, if his nails were a super big issue, like if I had to cut them every week, every 2 weeks, I never have to do that. I barely ever had to clip his nails. I probably clipped his nails his whole life. He's 4 years old. I probably clipped his nails about 7 times, maximum, right? So he's probably had a maximum 7 sessions of nail clipping because it was never needed. And then if he did have something touching the ground and we went outside, like, and we took a jog around the block on the concrete, they would automatically shave down and file down. So they would get filed down. It's just how he walks and runs. So that's why they're so long, but they're not really touching, right? So when he stands up, they actually lift up even more than they are on the ground. So for him, not a big deal. And like I said, Bird lets me cut her nails with no issue, no problem. I can use the Dremel. I can't bring the Dremel around him. The only thing I can do is clip it, right? So you see all this drool on the floor. Again, very, very anxious. So I'm gonna leave him be. It's okay, Papa. I'm gonna leave him be. I'm not gonna mess with him too much. I'm gonna let him make it on this session. And then I'll try to come back an hour or two from now when he's less anxious and try to clip those 3 nails that I need to clip. But that's just a quick little story time, little backstory. Probably some trauma left in here, but we'll get to the bottom of it and we'll resolve it eventually. But we're gonna keep trying and we'll go from there. See y'all next time.